Nate Dogg. Now, yesterday over on Local Libra's panel, your pound puppies decided to come out and speak about my 3-year-old child. I find that very interesting, seeing as how your child is on the internet telling her story. Now, when Mike first came out, everybody was like shocked. Actually, a lot of people were on Mike's side. They were like, "Yeah, get her, drag that bitch, drag her." Now everybody's kind of changing their tone. I don't know why. That lady has posted this video on her channel years ago, and she just decided to re-upload it. This woman has a right to tell her story. This woman has a right to be pissed off because as an adult, she reached out to her mom, and her mom said to her, "I've been praying that the Lord would send me to you," only to cut her off. If you did not want to reconnect with this woman, you shouldn't have reached out. When she reached out to you, you could have just stopped it. You could have shut it off. Because, like, I'm just playing it for y'all. I'm finna let y'all hear Philly Phil's daughter's words. Here we go. And no, I don't feel bad about this or anything. We know why? Because the bitch struck me and you didn't finish, so now you about to feel the wrath of a menace. PPI hit him up. You knew this was coming though, ma'am. I didn't know this was coming, but you knew I was gonna be on your ass. And since I got 10 to 14 days to wait for my video to come back, bitch, I got number time, and you're gonna be you're gonna be on my schedule for the next 10 to 14 days. Since niggas running around talking about, oh, we're gonna take your channel down. So what? I'll build another one. I'm not gonna like if y'all lose y'all channel with y'all sub 17,000 and 15,000, what are y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna cry. As a matter of fact, I find this very odd. You niggas, pound puppies, August and Rello, you niggas run around all the time talking about we celebrities, we stars, we doing this. Y'all laughed at Mike saying your mad eye name on the channel. Cool. So y'all have to accept responsibility for their channel. So I find it really weird when I was shaming y'all for the views over there and the sub count, because you said y'all don't deal with people under 2,000 subs. I said, well, the channel with y'all name on it got under 2,000 subs. And what you bitch niggas say, y'all separated y'allself from that. That ain't our channel. Bitch, your name on it. You can't run away from it. If your name on it, you a part of it. You're a part of a failing channel. And Nate Dogg, these your homeboys. These boys came and told you how to revamp your channel and told you what would work. But they're over in other people's chats when I drag them about them views being shit over there, to about that ain't our channel. Have fun with that, bitch. Let's listen to her daughter.
It's your girl B Nicole, better known as Brooke Nicole. And I'm here today to reintroduce my page. I started this page a long time ago, like 11 years, I think. And it was just a bunch of whack videos, me and my daughter, because I was bored. But now I'm livening it up a little bit and bringing some life to the tube. I am in the Air Force, been in 17 years. And I will be soon transitioning out to the other side, better known as the civilian world. So I want to invite you all to follow my life transitioning to the other side. When I do get out, I would love to become a loctician. Let me rephrase that. I aspire to become a loctician. I've already started that journey. And I also want to do lashes. So best, I guess you can just say, I want to do it all. I want to be an esthetician. So I am going to invite you all to follow that journey as well as just my everyday life. I will be doing reaction videos with my daughter. I will also be doing little small challenges with my son. I have a 5-year-old, 13-year-old, and a 4-month-old, and I'm married. I bring my husband in every now and again. Okay, so enough about that. There's more to come. So like and subscribe, and you will see all the things that we'll be doing in the future. All right? All right, so now I'm going to do, I guess it wouldn't be right. It would only be right to do a story time since I'm reintroducing myself. So I'm not going to make it too long, but I'm going to try to be as detailed as I can, okay? So,
Don't she look just
as I
like
said,
Philip?
my name is
Don't she
Brooke
look just like
Nicole.
the striker?
I am 39 years old, And a long time ago, I was adopted. Okay? So,
Huggy, this is Philly Phil's daughter, sir. This is Philly Phil's daughter.
my mother had me, and then she decided for whatever reason she didn't want to keep me. So, I was adopted by two people that could not have children or thought they couldn't. Because later on, they had my little brother. But I'll tell you about that later. So, I was adopted. I had a wonderful life. My parents were wonderful to me. My family was wonderful to me. And they passed and gone on home to heaven. One passed in 2019 and the other passed in 2020. So, like I said, I was adopted. I had a good life, but I always wanted to know who my biological family was. So for as long as I can remember, I would talk to them about it. They was open to it. And so when I was 16, I decided to look. But they told me basically our records were sealed from the 80s. So
Keep in mind, she's like 38 now. So she's a grown woman who decided to come out on her page and tell her story. She ain't go on nobody else's page and tell her story. She went on hers. And again, this is an old video. Because if you actually go through her page and you watch her videos, she had one where she introduced her kids. And she was saying in that video, her last video she did was this right here. But she took it down and she re-uploaded it because I don't know. I guess God wanted me to have this gift. I digress.
I'm here
No,
today to
I skipped it
reintroduce
back,
my
son of a
page.
bitch. Hold on,
I
y'all.
started this page a
I got big
long
fingers.
time
I
ago,
fucked
like
up.
11 years, I think. And transitioning to the other side. When I do get out, I would love to become a loctician. Let me rephrase that. I aspire to become a loctician. I've already started that journey. And I also want to do lashes. So best, I guess you could just say, I want to do it all. I want to be an esthetician. So I
actually am taking the high road because this woman has a right to let out her anger and frustration towards a woman that abandoned her, lied like she wanted God to send them together to reconnect, and then cut the woman off. Oh, you got to listen to this, Lucinda. You got to listen. She's allowed to tell her story. She ain't cussing her mom out. She's even went when she was in Mike's chat the other day. She told people, don't be hard on her mom and all of it. So she's not angry, but she wants to tell her story. And if y'all haven't heard this, y'all will see why she came out.
am going to
You
invite
tried,
you all to
Lucinda.
follow that journey as well as just my everyday life. I will be doing reaction videos with my daughter. I will also be doing little small challenges with my son. I have a 5-year-old, 13-year-old, and a 4-month-old, and I'm married. I bring my husband in every now and again. I had my little brother, but I'll tell you about that later. So, I was adopted. I had a wonderful life. My parents were wonderful to me. My family was wonderful to me. And they passed and gone on home to heaven. One passed in 2019 and the other passed in 2020. So, like I said, I was adopted. I had a good life, but I always wanted to know who my biological family was. So for as long as I can remember, I would talk to them about it. They was open to it. And so when I was 16, I decided to look. But they told me basically our records were sealed from the 80s. So speeding it up to August 2019. That's my son, y'all. Excuse him. If he come in here, I'm gonna check him real quick and then we'll come back into it. So August 2019, my homegirl called. She was like, hey girl, what's up? Remember when you was talking in high school about meeting your folks? I was like, yeah. And she was like, well, the governor has lifted the seal that they had on all the records from the 80s. So you need to check into it. I was so hyped. Do people still say that? Okay, so I was excited. So I looked into it. Okay, let me give you a little background. I'm Air Force, like I said, so I was stationed in Germany at the time. My adopted father got sick in 2019, like placed on hospice. So I had to fly home on emergency leave, and I got this info while I was on emergency leave. So I went and I paid the little fee or whatever, and they told me basically it was gonna take a minute. They got a hand pick through all the records from the 80s. They'll call me when it's ready. So I flew back to Germany, out processed, came back home to be with my mom. My dad passed 10 days after I got back. So he passed on September 30th. On October the 29th, I got that phone call. That's my daddy's birthday too. And they was like, "Ma'am, we found your records. They're ready to be picked up." I was so excited. So I rushed up there, got my records, tore it open, and what did I find? My birth certificate, the original birth certificate. And it had all my info that I always wanted to know. So my mother, check this out, because I know y'all heard of her. Her name is Phyllis Flint, better known.
Y'all heard it, right? I know y'all heard of her. Her name is Phyllis Flint, aka the Striker. I don't understand how people are mad at this woman for coming out to tell her story. Well, and Philly Phil denied this. She said Mike was lying on her and said that Mike was making up stuff to um, make her look bad, and said that she only got two kids and all of that. So keep in mind, this grown woman, PP's daughter, is hearing her because she follows her on YouTube, is hearing her constantly run around saying, "I only got two kids." Yeah, I don't think this woman is supposed to feel some type of way. PP, you ain't shit.
On this Philly Phil. She has a page on YouTube, Eat with Philly Phil. And so she does recipes or whatever, or cooking, all that type of stuff. And let me put this disclaimer out right now. This video ain't for no clout or nothing like that. I had a page way before she did. I just wasn't super active on it.
She actually did. She created her page in 2010.
But after I finish telling y'all a story, y'all will see why I'm telling this story. But to make a long story short, I'm sick of seeing her out here living how she living and doing what she doing when it come to me. So I'ma tell the real deal, because I said in my bio, I'ma keep it real all the way. Okay, so found out who she was. I reached out after I went on Google. Google tell everybody business, okay? I went on Google, found her, called her job, because that was the number, and she answered the phone. But I didn't know. And so I was like, "This so-and-so, Brooke, whatever. I was adopted. I was trying to find my birth mother. And my birth certificate says that it's you." And so she was like, "Oh, no, that's not me." And she got the phone. Okay. So I was like, I was a little butt hurt, but I was like, okay, cool. So the next morning, y'all, I get a message, a text, and it was like, "Hey, this is Phyllis. Yesterday you said you was adopted. I just want to know what your name was on the birth certificate." So I screenshotted it.
So why would you one day tell the woman, "No, that ain't me," and the next day call and say, "What was your name?" And here's another thing too. Like, a man could now, if a man was in that situation, and a woman just popped up and said, "You my daddy," and niggas, man, yeah, nigga, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, possibly," but there's no way in hell a woman that pushed a baby out could not remember doing that. What's your name? Do you see how manipulative and evil this old Nate Dogg looking ass woman has been all these years? It's nothing new. She's an evil, vindictive bitch.
because I ain't got no reason to lie. And I sent it to her. And I got them receipts. And she was like, yes, you'll find your mother Phyllis. And she was all like, she been praying for years that I will find her.
Y'all saw that receipt pop up on the screen, right? Shawty got receipts. She can't deny this shit. She can't do it.
La 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 la, whatever. So we both acting excited. I was really excited. So we hung out for a little while. We decided we was gonna meet on Halloween that year, and so we met at our favorite restaurant, pizza place, and we took a few pictures. You know, we was excited. I thought so. She told people about me. She told her sisters. They came over a few days later, and I met her sisters, and then I met my sister Ashley, my brother Rico. She talk about them on her page all the time, but she don't talk about me. We did some videos, me and my kids went over her house. We did some videos on her page on YouTube. She posted it, and I guess somebody must have been in her comment section and was just like, well, so you've been living a lie. Where this 38-year-old daughter come from? I was 37 at the time. And so I guess she got shamed, y'all. So she deleted all the videos. She started acting a little funny with me. And so I'm reaching out. I'm trying to hang out, establish a relationship. This lady, like, hard. She don't want me to get close to my other family because she wants to take it slow. Now, I've been looking for your hotel for 30-something years, and now you want to go super duper duper duper.
Now, see, Lucinda, she even called her old. She said, I've been looking for your old tail. So, okay, I'm going to try to be good, Lucinda. I'm going to try. Nanya, where you at? Lucinda trying to make me be non-violent. I need to see your emojis, Nanya. Where you at?
Super slow, y'all. She like, what you want me to take you to Chuck E. Cheese? Well, I mean, what you want to do all day? And I'm like, what? Because
Gloria, I feel you. Yes, we don't know her circumstances, but that still doesn't mean that the person that there's two sides to this. We don't know her circumstances, but we also don't know what this woman is currently going through, seeing her mother deny her. And we do know, like, the girl has no ill will towards her leaving. Her ill will is that we said that we wanted to reconnect. We act like we were excited about it, and you just cut me off cold turkey. But continue listening, Gloria. Continue listening. I'm not one of those guys that care about women giving kids up and having abortions and all that shit. I do, however, have a heart, and when me personally, if I did that, if I had to give a child up and that child came out looking for me and I know I did not want to reconnect them, I would simply not respond to them. I wouldn't get their hopes up. I wouldn't meet my grandkids and then just stop talking to them cold turkey like she has done. Oh, but continue listening though, Gloria, and maybe you'll feel sorry for this lady and not just the mom, because there's two people that are hurt in this situation.
asked her about hanging out on Saturday, spending time together, to get to know each other. That's what people do, whether it's man, woman, kid, whatever. I'm grown. You ain't got to go through nobody. We could just hang out, spend time. She's like, I don't do that with my other kids, so I ain't finna start with you. And I was like, oh, get yourself together.
I don't do that with my other kids, so I ain't finna do it with you. This is after you decided to reconnect with this woman. You don't do it with your other kids because you were there every day for them. So it's a lot of people out here that came from single parent homes, and although we weren't adopted, we did have that one parent that wasn't there that we were looking for. And most of us, when we got adults, even though we never knew that parent, we still reached out trying to know who our other half was.
I'm looking at myself basically because she made me, but I know me, so I brought it in. I tried a few more times. She kept rejecting me. She was super busy because she was starting her YouTube channel about that time. And
Busy
so I
starting a
remember she was
YouTube
like,
channel.
that last time I called her, and I could see where she had went to visit Ashley, my sister. She lived in Florida area. She went to visit her. We talked a few times. Then when she got back, she was acting real funny, like she was too busy. I would reach out, FaceTime. She wouldn't answer. And then she'd text back. You know how people do. They screen your call. Then they hit you back. What's up? Don't do me like that. Don't do that. So she did that one too many times, and so I got upset. I got in my feelings. I was just like, it's clear you ain't really trying to fool with me, so I'm gonna just let you be with the kids that you know and love. And I blocked her, y'all. I was in my feelings. Imagine 30-something years looking for your parents, trying to know, establish your identity, like these people that you look like, where you came from, and you find them and you start feeling rejected because they want to go slow like a tortoise. Don't tortoise go slow?
You stupid.
They're not.
Okay. Anywho, she tried it. Anywho, so I was in my feelings. So I kept a block for a few days, and then I decided to unblock it and reach out because I had blocked my aunts also because I was so hurt, But I was like, they didn't do nothing to me. My aunties, let me tell you, those two ladies have been amazing ever since she introduced us. They have called me almost every day. They've been there for birthdays. I lost my mama like 11 months after my dad, and they have called. They came over. They met my mother. I deployed in that time. They sent me packages the entire time. They be there for my babies, like everything. Don't nobody understand why Philly Phil don't want to deal with me, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I'm going to tell it. I don't care.
Before she tell it, let me say, burn, 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 burn. Thank you for the cash app, Miss Collins. And no, this is not CMA's fault at all. That woman reached out to CMA, and that she just said she's watched Philly Phil on YouTube. She's heard Philly Phil talk about her other kids on YouTube. You don't think she was a bit scorned by that? Oh, and she finna tell y'all why she said Philly Phil didn't want to fool with her. We're back into it. I dropped the stream, y'all, link in case y'all want to come up here and give me some of y'all opinions and feedback on this.
She do get mad. I don't care if y'all tag me. Send her the video.
I did the Lord's work. The woman said, hey, I don't care if y'all tag her or none of that shit. So I did it. Don't be mad at me, ma'am. I helped the woman get her wish. She said, tag her, share the video. I did all of them. Subscribed and everything. Will I reach out to her for an in-depth interview? No, I will not. But if she comes to me for one, you're going to get it, ma'am. Because again, your management, your representatives spoke on my 3-year-old daughter. Now, you keep saying that you can't control grown men's mouths and all of that, but you keep associating with these people and you keep calling them your management. So they keep putting you in shit, and that's why me and you are in it right now. Them niggas get this work, and your lack of integrity, you sitting back being silent while all the fuck shit was going on, is why we're here.
Don't come for me, Philly Phil. Yeah, I went on her page. She was live. Because I sit up. I had to unsubscribe because I kept getting angry every time I see her living this fake life that she living, right? She be on page. She be on her YouTube all day, every day. Cooking and everything. And she just be just kicking it. Smiling like she just loving person, So I was on there one day. I was like, hey, she was live. So she reading people's comments. I was like, hey, I'm excited to see you. What I say? I said, you look good. I was like, thank y'all for supporting my mama. And I was like, I hope your grandbaby's due soon because I was about to have my son who's 4 months. But yeah, this lady sat up in there and read the comment out loud. And I guess she realized who it was. And do you know she gonna...
Hopefully y'all are quick enough to see that video and go pull it up. That's why I said the lady dropped receipts. Now, when Mike was talking about it the other night, I was like, yeah. So if she ain't there and I can't hear it from her, I'm not really gonna believe it. Then they said, well, she popped up in the chat, and so I was like, okay, let me go look. And I looked, and it wasn't anything that it wasn't this because it was gone. She took it and she re-uploaded. So this wasn't there when she was in Mike's chat, but she re-uploaded it yesterday, and here we are.
Say, this one of my fans. Then she slowly started getting angry. I guess she got the cussing, these haters, and then she goes on to say, "Excuse
Call
the
her
language,
daughter
because
a
I'm
fan.
saved. I love God. He been good to me." But she goes on to say, "That's why I'm fuck with you now." I said, "This is I just didn't know what to do. I'm past. I'm still kind of hurt, but." I get more irritated because she sat up there and was like, "I'm delirious. Ain't nobody living a lie but you, ma'am. Okay. I
Ain't
got
nobody
all the
living a lie
receipts.
but
I
you,
got
ma'am.
pictures that we took together. I got all of that. But what you're not gonna do is keep sitting up here denying me like, you live this secret all your life, and now I'm walking around in the flesh. We live 5 minutes away from each other, y'all. My kids is here. Everybody.
5 minutes away, child. 5 minutes. And I just want to point refresh everybody's memory. Mike gave us the timeline. Mike said you was pissed off on Thanksgiving, and y'all look at her Thanksgiving in 60 seconds or whatever the video was titled. She walked in, spoke. Next thing you know, she looking around crazy and she walking out the door saying, y'all folk need to mind y'all damn business. And the girl did say she was 5 minutes away. So Mike may have been telling the truth again, because she said her aunts have kept in contact with her and all of that. They've been talking to her. So it wouldn't be shocking for the aunts to invite her to Thanksgiving since they've had a relationship with her. You introduced her to the aunts, PP, and the aunts was like, well, we want our niece to be at Thanksgiving, and you got upset with them for that. I digress. Are you still the queen of the sector, ma'am?
Has accepted me. Thanksgiving. We go and we have a little Thanksgiving. The family invited me. We just so happened to leave right before she came. And do y'all know she was live on her page and people told me about it and I went and looked. She cussing, talking about these helpers tried to set me up. Why do people got to set you up with your child? Like, you right here talking about you got 2 kids. Everybody else is excited to see your firstborn. And you right here talking about you got 2 kids and then you cussing everybody out because they want to deal with me and you don't. So, it just blows my mind. Are there any other adopted people out there that have met your biological families? Like, I went on to meet my dad's side of the family, and they are amazing also. I've been knowing some of them all my life, but didn't know we was family, and we had just all gotten so close. Everybody except my mother. Do y'all know what that feel like? Talk to me. Like and subscribe and talk to me in the comment section because I need to know. I got something to talk about. I'm not trying to do no podcast, but I want to know. I want to connect with other people that have been adopted and dealt with this because it's pretty traumatizing. I want to know y'all's story. Like, how was it for you? Do you say look for your biological parent or leave it alone if you grow up without them? So anyway, I
You
guess
look.
I'm going to leave it right there. I was
You look.
bored,
It's the
but
natural
now
thing. Well, yeah,
I'm
that was
alive in
the
it.
end of it. But yes, you typically we look for our parents. We just have that natural affinity to want to connect to where we came from. It doesn't matter if you're adopted or, like I said, if you come from a single parent home. That's just something people yearn for. That's why we can see these court shows and fraternity tests where people are 38, 39, 50 still looking for their parents. It's not something that the only way that you stop doing it is when you connected with that person and they've shown you that they have no attempts to reconnect with you. But I don't. Anybody got anything to say? StreamYards, I don't have much to say. I just wanted to help share this young lady's story because I can understand why she feels the way that she does. And because I'm beefing with the striker, but still. It's a touching story. Especially when she agreed to reconnect. She could have easily kept it at that. She said she hung up the first time when she called and said, that ain't me. You could have left it at that. Why put her through hurt again? You pretty much gave her away twice. And people are mad at her for speaking about what she's gone through twice with PP. I ain't Mike's best friend. I don't agree with the shit Mike that Mike does, but he was spot on this one. And as I've been showing y'all, Philly Phil has been divulging information out about Mike, so they're on the same level here. I am not gonna say one thing is worse than the other, because as I said, she got pictures from Mike's mom, and she forwarded them to me. She took Queen Gertrude's video from Mike's shit and forwarded them to me. This is what she does. She's not innocent. She ain't no saint. She ain't no mob boss or nothing like that, but she ain't innocent. If we don't have any more words, ain't nobody got nothing to say. I'm gonna keep this gent short and sweet because isn't really this isn't the type bashing show that y'all was gonna expect. That's coming next. My next one, I'm gonna do a lot of cussing at her, but this was more of a. I feel her plight. PP, you've been running around talking about folks lying on you. You're still running around saying you only have 2 kids while your daughter is hearing this. Sometimes silence is golden. Taylor May, stop coming for me, bitch. We out.
I ain't got no motherfucker. So I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. Realist, fuck him. We bad boy killer.